Today we're going to learn how to round to the nearest tens, hundreds, and thousands using the number line strategy. So when we're rounding a number, what we're doing is we're trying to figure out what it's closest to. Okay? And when we figure out when a number is closest to another number, it's easier to use. Let's take a look at this. We have 5,281. And it's asking us to round to the tens. I know that the 8 is in the tens place, so the real value of that 8 is truly an 80. So that's what we're going to start rounding to. So we're going to go ahead and create our number line. Okay? And we know that this 8, remember, it's an 80, so we're going to go ahead and put an 80 right there. Well, what's the next 10? 90. Now, when you're rounding, you do want to include the rest of the number, right? You want to include your 5,000, your 280, okay? Same thing over here. It's 5,290. When you think of the half benchmark, what number is between 80 and 90? And if you say 85, you're absolutely correct. So we have 5,285. Now we have to place this original number on the number line. 5,281 is closest to, sounds right about there. So now you have to think about, what is this number closest to? Is it closest to 5,280 or 5,290? Well, it's closest to 5,280. So 5,281 rounds to 5,280 when you're looking at the tens. Same thing is going to happen when we're looking at our hundreds. This time though, we are no longer looking at the 8, we're looking at the digit 2, because the value of that 2 is 200. We're going to go ahead and create our number line. And we know that the 2 is really 200, and our next 100 is going to be 300. Half benchmark. Well, what is halfway between 200 and 300? That would be 250. And then you want to include your 1,000 as well. We're going to go ahead and place 5,281. Well, this is 5,250. So this means that this needs to be closer to this side of the number line. So if this is 5,250, this is probably about 5,260, 5,270, 5,280. So just to kind of get an idea, that sounds like it's probably going to be somewhere around here. So if 5,281 is here, is it closest to 5,200 or 5,300? And if you said 5,300, you're absolutely right. And here's our last one. That's my favorite one. So same number, we have to think about which digit is in the thousands place. Well, I know that this is in the ones, tens, hundreds, and this right here is going to be in your thousands. Well, that 5 is really a 5,000. I'm going to go ahead and build our number line. We are at the 5,000 mark, and this time we're just going to go ahead and include it as 1,000. We don't need the rest of our digits. What's the next 1,000? Well, if I'm counting, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. And what would be our half benchmark? Well, between 5,000 and 6,000, there's 1,000 numbers. Half of 1,000 is going to be 500. So the half benchmark would be 5,500. Now we have to place 5,281. Well, this is 500, this is 200. Sounds like it'll be somewhere around maybe here. So the question is, what does 5,281 round to? Is it closest to 5,000 or 6,000? If you said 5,000, you're absolutely right. Great job.